Oh my god, it's video games. We're back. We have the video games. That's what we got. We have them. Got some pickups, some new stuff. Haven't done one of these in a while. Pretty excited to do this. And actually what we got here are my Otakon pickups. That is like one of the best perks about my job is, working AV, you do end up getting to work some pretty cool events sometimes, and Otakon is one of them. And I got to pick up some cool stuff. Had a really good time there. Really cool. So let's just get right into it. First up is a really cool Famicom game, one I've known about for a long time, and one I probably would not have picked up if it weren't so cheap. Akira. It's basically a visual novel version of the movie, retelling of the movie. I love the film so much. For $17, I was like, yeah, let me just go ahead and pick it up. It's a pretty cool game. Obviously, this version is not translated. However, there is a fan translation online for all those to enjoy. If that's your thing, that's how I've played through this game. But, like I said, $17. Can't pass that up. That's a pretty good deal for this. I gotta say, overall, prices at Otakon were somewhat fair. It kind of depended on the vendor. I really only went to 2 video game vendors. This one that I got these first couple games from, I'll talk about here in a second. The second one, we'll talk about it when I get there. Next up is a really cool RPG from Squaresoft on the PlayStation 1. Now this is the Japanese version. It's called Dewprism. This did come out in the States as Threads of Fate, I believe. But this is a game I've had my eye on for quite some time because it seems really interesting. And I haven't played it, so I decided, hey, I'll pick this up in a kind of way to coax myself into playing it here very soon because I want to do a review on it if it's really good. But yeah, it seems like a pretty cool 3D RPG. Dewprism or Threads of Fate. But yeah, again, $17. This has been on my list of games to pick up for quite some time now, so figured why not pick it up. Cool advertisement for it. Ooh, and Final Fantasy, what is this? 9? 8? I don't know how to read Roman numerals. Another Final Fantasy ad on the back here. Pretty cool. Glad to have this nice pink disc on the inside. And it did come with the Obi strip, which is pretty cool. I don't know why. Obi strips are so sick. I wish that all vinyl and all CDs had them. I don't know. They're a cool aesthetic. I love them. But that is Dewprism for the PlayStation 1. I look forward to putting some time into this game. Now what's funny is that these 2 games, when I picked them up, I was just going through booth to booth and trying to find video games, and I didn't really pay attention to who it was. But after I had bought from them for the first time, they handed me their card. And a little bit later, I was taking my stuff out of my bag and looking at it, and I saw the card and I was like, no shit. It was Retro Psycho. If you've never heard of their eBay store, they're a fantastic store that I've been buying from forever. They always have really good prices, which explains why their prices were so good, even at the convention. And it's so funny. So I went back and bought some more stuff from them, and they mentioned, so I think it was the main guy who kind of started it up. I was like, dude, you have no idea. I've been keeping you in business for 10 years. I've been buying from your store forever. So yeah, if you've never heard of Retro Psycho, you need some good import games, definitely check them out on eBay. One of my favorite stores to shop from because they always have really good prices. Alright, and you know what's funny is that a week before Otakon, I was searching around on eBay, as you do, and saw a really good deal on Money Puzzle Exchanger, and I bought it. I'll talk about Money Puzzle Exchanger here in a second, but what's funny is that I had actually bought it from Retro Psycho, so it was really funny to get this and then a day later see them in person and buy from their shop, so that's a funny coincidence. But yes, Money Puzzle Exchanger, or as the PlayStation port calls it, Money Idol Exchanger, is a really, really good puzzle game. One of the best. You're exchanging coins and 2 50s make 100, 5 100s make a 500, 2 500s make 1,000 and disappear. It's a really, really good puzzle game. Originally on the Neo Geo, this is the PlayStation 1 port with a couple more varieties of play and some redone music. Really good game. This is pretty hard to come by on the PlayStation 1. I think I got this for $60, which sounds pretty expensive, but knowing that the non-greatest hits version goes for like 120, close to 200, it's a pretty good deal. Speaking of Neo Geo, I got this next game from Cartridges Galore. Excuse me. Cartridges Galore, their booth. I don't know if they're based out of Maryland or not. They might be, but don't quote me on that. Anyways, it is Waku Waku 7 for the Saturn. And this is, yet again, another Neo Geo port. It's a really, really good fighting game from Sunsoft. The characters are very colorful and creative. You have like this one girl who's a bunny girl. There's one other little girl who sits on top of her like gigantic, strong, bunny-looking creature that'll just fuck people up. There's like a robot maid and like a drill sergeant. A bunch of crazy stuff on here. If you've never heard of Waku Waku 7, definitely check it out. It's a really, really good fighting game from Sunsoft, and this is the I think this has got like a 5 megabit cart in here, 8 megabits, probably an 8 megabit cart in here, which is why it's got in the big box like some of the King of Fighters games would come in. But that actually does it for all of the video game pickups I got from Otakon. However, Retro Psycho also had some laser discs, and I'm a big vinyl collector. I don't think that's something I talk about much here because I don't really talk about my love of music so much on this channel. But laser discs are also really fucking cool. I just love to have the gigantic artwork and physical media that you get on a vinyl, but for anime. And I saw some of these laser discs. Oh, not laser discs. Laser discs. I was like, God, I think I'm gonna have to get some. So I walked away with a small handful of laser discs, including, I believe this is the second volume of Slayers. If you've never seen Slayers, it's a fantastic comedy, action comedy, like high fantasy show. Think of, oh gosh, what's that show? Oh man, it's the real D&D inspired show. That's like this, but with comedy. Yeah, if you've never seen Slayers, check it out. The girl who voices Lena Inverse is the same that does Girl Ranma and Ray from Evangelion. Yeah, Slayers on Laserdisc. Had to get it. Love this series. I have the entire collection on DVD. And speaking of series I love, it's no secret, I love me some Sailor Moon. This is the very first, first 4 episodes of Sailor Moon on Laserdisc. I was so stoked to see this. They had a bunch of Sailor Moon Laserdiscs, and I was like, yeah, you know what, let me just get one that, basic Usagi on the cover. Look at that. Has the Obi strip. Obi strip confirmed. Good stuff. But yeah, saw this and was like, yeah, I gotta get this, because both my wife and I are huge Sailor Moon fans. And speaking of the girl who voiced Rey, lastly we have Evangelion. This is episode 12. I cannot believe that they were like robbing people by selling Evangelion episode by episode. They're fucking mad for that. But yeah, episode 12, got Rey on the cover. Again, Obi strip. Let's get it. You got, what's his name on the back there? Kaoru, looking like a demon with his very pale skin and red eyes. But yeah, I saw this. I'm a huge Evangelion fan as well. And I was like, God, yeah, I can't. It's funny. I originally, like the first day I bought these 2 laser discs. And then I was sitting there, I was like, I should have gotten the Evangelion one. I got to go back. And sure enough, went back and picked this up. I did pick up a couple other things, including a little bit of anime and some plushies and stuff. Mainly like plushies and keychains for my wife. But I did end up getting a little bit of anime as well. I got the Teasing Master Takagi-san movie on Blu-ray, and I picked up Lovely Complex from Discotech's booth. Discotech was there. They're great. And Lovely Complex has been a show I've been trying to get my hands on for a while now, but it's like sold out everywhere online, so it was cool to finally find a copy in person. I was really hoping I might come across that. But that is going to do it for my Otakon pickups. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully I will get to go back next year and indulge even more in my stupid nerd collecting. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. I will see you all next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this episode, consider checking out these other videos right here, or even subscribing. Also, if you'd like to throw me a couple of bucks, you can support the show on Patreon.